Mahalo?
Aloha?
Not even close.
Oh.
Yeah, Cthulhu? I don't understand.
Yeah,
Jumbo! Okay, there we go. More up my alley.
All right, everyone.
Chuck Spears.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, God. Welcome to another edition of the Lords of Podcast Roundtable. It's going to be
We're starting off so well.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Go ahead.
It's going to be a longer show, just because we have 6 people here today. So it should be fun.
As long as Kyle's computer doesn't crash.
Hey, shh. Don't jinx it. All right.
Knock on.
I'm Kyle. Joining me today is, let's see. Jeff. Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
What's up? How's it going? Hope everyone's having a good day.
All right. Also joining me today, D.
Today?
Yep, you
Are
heard
you
me.
okay there, stuttering Stanley?
Yeah.
You good?
Good job.
Yeah, way to stutter while making fun of somebody for stuttering.
All right. Also, Hustle. You heard him.
Uh-huh.
Greatest intro ever.
Uh-huh. All right. Glow, say hi.
Yes, hello from the current reigning LOP Thread King in the building. 55
Quite
threads
literal.
as of right now.
And finally, Cold, say hello.
And to everyone's amazement, they're the ones who aren't high.
Fact.
All right. So, before we dive into the predictions today, let's go over the overall standings.
Yes.
Hustle's favorite part of the show.
Yeah, Hustle's favorite part. Overall leader at
Damn.
Mark Smith, 610, 31 points. Going to the LOPR crew, Becca and I, 22 points, tied for third. Jeff and D, tied for 10th with 17. Cold's tied for 15th with 16.
Bullshit.
Glow is coming off a good performance, and he is now in 25th with 7 points. And then there was Hustle.
And then there was...
I like how he said that.
He
God.
unfortunately no-showed last month's pay-per-view, so he took a -6 and has fallen all the way to tied for 30th with 3 points.
See,
This is
I didn't
terrible.
no show. I showed. You just didn't take my score.
You showed after the
The
deadline.
point, Kyle, it's not the point.
He still showed.
Also, what makes this even more interesting is his score is his magic number 3.
Oops.
Hmm.
I'm
Three
sorry,
doesn't
he
exist.
has 2.8759 points.
You have to fix that.
My bad. Alright, moving on. We are actually going to go into our No Way Out prediction contest.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Way out.
We have 7 matches on the card and only 1 bonus question this time around. So, let's get to it. Let's start, as always, with the YouTube pre-show match. It's going to be David Otunga versus Brodus Clay.
And something about Brodus Clay having a storyline MCL tear or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're
Really?
doing that.
They're actually giving a build to a pre-show match. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen.
I might change my page. Okay. Continue.
Alright, so, Hustle, let's start with you.
David Otunga's gonna win.
David Otunga's gonna win.
Thanks for the analysis, Hus. Thanks.
Thank you, John Madden.
Well, you know, when a guy pins the other guy's shoulders down for the 3 count, then he wins the match. Thanks, John.
I didn't say Booker T. I said John Madden.
Shh. That's the same person.
They're giving Brodus Clay the out. That's what the MCL tear is. You know, no one's gonna buy Otunga just pinning him. You know how much interference and outside help Otunga would probably need to beat a healthy Brodus Clay in the world of kayfabe.
All of it.
Oh yeah.
He would need the Nexus to come back.
You need the entire New Japan roster to show up.
It wouldn't happen. But with an MCL tear that Otunga caused, no less, this is the out for Brodus Clay. He can lose a match. He can, finally get a loss, but still not look too bad as he normally would by losing to Otunga. And then, he can recover and fix his knee, and he can still come back down the line for some revenge. But the company clearly wants to push Otunga as something. I mean, he's still there. He still gets plenty of television time. They put him in matches all the time. There was a rumor not that long ago that, they were looking to push him as the United States champion.
Mm-hmm.
Could we still see that? We could. I mean, if he wins this, you gotta think that he could be in line for a title shot eventually. It's not like the United States title is really worth all that much these days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Otunga taking advantage of Brodus's quote injury, and we're gonna get a lot of upset people before the pay-per-view even starts.
All right, Glow.
I want to change my pick, but I'm going to stick with it. I picked Brodus to win, but now I'm thinking that Brodus is probably going to win by DQ. I think Otunga is going to either take a chair to the knee of Brodus or something or other, and then that's going to further the feud between Big Show and Otunga and I guess Ace and Brodus Clay, because he's feuding with the Cabinet. I'll call him the Cabinet now. And so Otunga's going to go out there and be a good soldier and try to take him out. He's probably not going to really take him out. They'll probably finish this next pay-per-view. But I see Brodus Clay winning by DQ, Otunga with a chair to the knee, trying to take him out.
All right, Cold.
And I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I just seen the whole knee injury thing as a hook to get people to watch the pre-show before the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Something that happened on the TV show, and it's something that connects the pre-show to the pay-per-view and nothing more. The only way Otunga could win that match is if Brodus Clay slipped off all the oil on him. That's it. I picked Clay, and I think Clay moves on with his feud. And possibly after this win goes on to a match with the Big Show after the Big Show loses to Cena.
All right, D.
Yeah, going with Brodus Clay for the same exact reasons that Cole just said. It's more of the babyface comeback. I'm injured, but I'm still going to go through it and gut it out and fight while this guy continues to do quote-unquote psychology and work over my knee. So, yeah. Standard WWE booking, trying to make the face look like he's weak in some way, shape, or form. And he overcomes it.
Jeff?
I got to agree. I'm going with Brodus Clay here, especially considering he's still basically undefeated as the Funkasaurus character. I think it would be kind of odd to have him lose his first match on a pre-show. I just don't think that would be like the best option for them, and I don't think they're going to do that. So Brodus Clay wins here, maintains his little streak, beats David Otunga, maybe moves on to something with the Big Show after he took him out a couple Mondays ago.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
The whole thing that Dee said about the standard WWE booking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I would buy into that if it was just a vague injury report that they had. He hurt his knee, he's kind of injured, et cetera, et cetera. But it's a torn knee ligament that they're reporting. It's not an ACL, but it's still an MCL. So if he has a torn knee ligament in the storyline, he can't just win the match and then wrestle again on Raw and then just keep wrestling. He would need to take time off. He would need to be taken away from television for at least a few weeks. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not coming back from a torn knee ligament just like that. So, like I said, if it was just, his knee's hurt, he can't be 100%. What are they going to do? Something's going to happen. Then, yeah. If it was like a sprained knee even, okay, fine. But a torn ligament, they're going to report that and take it to that level? I don't know. Something's up. But
See, Hustle, I can agree with you on that point, except for the fact they've already done this twice to where the injury was 10 times worse than what it actually was. Zack Ryder broke his neck. Or
spine or whatever.
Or spine or whatever. Whatever
his neck.
Yeah, Triple H broke his neck.
And Zack didn't wrestle either.
But Triple H was fine after, what, was it 6 weeks?
Yeah, but he didn't wrestle, is my point. Like, even Zack Ryder, he made appearances every week, but it's not like they were putting him out there in matches all the time.
Something I think could happen would be Brodus Clay wins this match after David Otunga continues to take out the leg. Mm-hmm. Then on Monday night, they force him to wrestle again. People Power, with his friendship with Johnny Ace, have him beat him there instead of on a pre-show pay-per-view, just to sort of add to it, if they want to have him lose and take some time off.
Jeff, you're assuming that Johnny Ace is still going to be an on-air character, but come Monday.
This is true.
Shadow it.
All right. Well, Becca and I both chose Brodus Clay, even with the knee injury. Yes. We're going with Brodus Clay on this one.
That means my pick is good. Yo, it works with his wife. I don't know. I don't get it.
Other than Hustle, yeah, only one person picked Otunga. So, and I believe he's in the chat right now. All right, John Hardman 10. There we go. Moving on. It's a tuxedo match, everyone.
Yay!
Santino Marella takes on Ricardo Rodriguez in a tuxedo match. Non-title.
It's going to be the most entertaining match on the card.
Agreed.
It'll make us laugh.
I have something to say about that, too.
All right,
Huss. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. And I'm going to say that it's not directed to anybody, but because it's going to sound like it, I'm going to say, Cole, you can pay kind of close attention to this. All the people that are praising this match and looking forward to it and saying that it's going to be fun and entertaining, that's fine. But a lot of these same people were upset about people being happy that Kelly Kelly was removed from television. So think about this now. This match, the entire point of the match that we're watching is not to see a pinfall, not to see a submission, not to see a wrestling match. The entire point that we're about for this match is to see one of these two men in their underwear.
Yay!
Excited for that? Why? Okay. On top of that, the match is going to be like 5 minutes long. It's not like it's going to be a 20 to 30 minute classic, and then at the end, well, yeah, one of them has to be in there.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 minutes. But the main point of my argument is that why are we looking forward to having to see one of these two in their underwear?
Yeah,
I don't think that's necessarily what we're looking forward to. It's
Yeah,
just the match itself.
I can't speak for the other fags out there.
Wait. Before you continue, you said the other fags, therefore grouping yourself in a group of fags. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you get my point.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for any of the other fags out there. I don't give a fuck what I said the first time. I'm not watching the match looking forward to anybody in their underwear. I'm looking forward to the match to be entertained, as I said. It doesn't matter who is in the match to me. Like I said, I'm at the point, and have been for years, that I actually don't give a fuck who's in the WWE ring. As long as it entertains me, that's all I want out of it. Ryback is my favorite thing going, wrestling-wise, in the WWE. And he's just tossing around jobbers because it's the most entertaining thing on the card to me. Has nothing to do with their added stipulations. Kelly Kelly is my least favorite diva in the WWE, hands down. I just don't see the point of complaining in who they choose to hire, because my complaints aren't going to change anything. If you're not a fan of Kelly Kelly, that's one thing. But to sit there and bash the girl for what they choose to do with her, that's retarded.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the first person to say when somebody does some retarded ass shit. Like I said, everybody wants to blame TNA for Chris Sabin getting hurt. Chris Sabin has part in that. It's not fully, the blame does not always go to the promotion. You got to take some shit in yourself. Kelly Kelly went there for a job. Kelly Kelly probably knew she wasn't the best wrestler ever and just goes out there to do her best. That's all she can do. That's all anybody can do. And everybody just sits there and bashes her because they choose to push her over other people. It's nonsense. I don't even see the comparison in the two.
Well, I bash her because she's also a reputed whore, but hey, to each his own.
As I've said, I don't have a problem with whores.
I bash her because she's terrible in the ring. That's something that she can help.
Okay.
That's my
she can also help being not a whore, but
that's part of her job is being a whore, though.
If she can't even run the ropes after wrestling for what, 5-6 years now, that's her fault. Like, I mean, she's marketable. I get that. That's why the WWE pushes her. I know why they push her.
But they didn't hire her to primarily be a wrestler.
Well, I know.
And they started using her as a wrestler, and
they also didn't hire Layla to be primarily a wrestler, and Layla's better than fucking Kelly Kelly.
Yeah, but that goes to the person who's doing it.
Exactly. That's the point that Hustle's trying to make. It's on Kelly Kelly to be a better wrestler.
People have different aspirations. Kelly Kelly didn't get into the wrestling business to be a better wrestler, obviously, while Layla did. They're two different people. There's no comparison between what person does and another person does.
Then why is she in the wrestling business to begin with? If you don't have a passion for your
in the wrestling, that's a stupid ass question. She's a wrestling in the wrestling business because their talent relations person hires pretty ass women to put on TV. That's not the fault of the women for exposing that at all.
And to have backstage tale.
To have a problem with that, I was going to get to that later, that's ridiculous. They were hired for another reason than what we think they were hired for, and we blame them for that when it's none of their fault.
So,
it's ridiculous. And they're
these predictions.
Pussy on the payroll. That's what I'm predicting.
The pussy on the payroll.
We
can the box to everybody.
We can return to this discussion during the actual title that it pertains to. Let's get back to Santino.
Let's talk about it now.
So, about this tuxedo match.
Who gives a fuck? Even if she's never trained to be a wrestler, she doesn't to be a wrestler. How many matches has she had? I don't
know. I usually don't watch Kelly.
She doesn't have a match on this pay-per-view, though.
But then again, I don't watch Beth Phoenix matches or Layla matches for that part either, because the WWE Divas matches, as I pointed out earlier, don't entertain me. Right. So majority of the times, the shit that with the Divas, I don't get people's complaints.
That's not the point I'm making. I'm going with what you just said about why she's in the business and what she wants and what she doesn't want. Even if, like, let's say Jeff wants to be a wrestler. Let's say Jeff went to the WWE right now, and they put him on TV Monday night. He has no training, nothing. But let's say he wrestles every single week. Every week on Raw, they 3-minute match.
I just cut you for 1 second. If they hired Jeff primarily for his looks,
I don't know why they would, but
that's my point. That's my point. That's why you can't compare a male to females.
That's not
Johnny Ace doesn't hire male wrestlers for the same exact reason as he hires female wrestlers. Which is evident. Hold on, no, it's not. Which is evident by the fact they only have one overweight female on the roster.
Okay, that's first of all, that's bullshit. Because how many guys have we heard? Oh, this guy doesn't have the look. This guy doesn't look like he could be a professional wrestler. That's complete bullshit. They have a standard to which they grade both males and females to how marketable they can be because of their appearance. So that's bullshit, Cold.
Yeah, because CM Punk didn't have the look, but somehow CM Punk is apparently the second guy now.
CM Punk has a look that's marketable to a certain demographic, just like Jeff Hardy has a look that is marketable to a certain demographic, just like John Cena
Kelly marketable towards little white whores and the Sims who love them. Again, there's a reason why everybody there has a job. They're not all the same. Ricardo is a better wrestler than half the WWE wrestler. He wasn't hired as a wrestler, so you cannot hold his wrestling matches to the same standard that you would hold John Cena's wrestling matches.
Technically, he was hired as a wrestler. He's just used as a manager.
No,
there is
he
difference.
wasn't hired as a wrestler.
Actually, Jeff, that's incorrect. He was hired as a manager. He did not get a developmental contract until he started appearing as Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer.
Okay, stop. We're way off track here.
Can I make my point now?
Go ahead.
Hustle. Make the final point, and then move on. We're going to predictions here.
You win.
All I was saying, I'm not saying they'd hire Jeff for his looks. That's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm saying is, if you put him in the ring with no training, nothing, and you let him wrestle every week, you let him wrestle on an occasional pay-per-view, you gave him the house shows, I bet you, 4 or 5 years from today, he'd make some improvements in the ring. Even on accident. Okay, I used to do this in the ring. Didn't work. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this now. That's a little better now. Even on accident, he would improve.
And at the very least, if you're hired for something and you're put in a certain situation, especially if you're going to stay there, you'd at least figure out that you need to improve on that. Because if anybody else did that anywhere, if you're hired at McDonald's to run the cash registers and they put you on the fryer...
No, but...
Hey, whoa. Let's not do this anymore.
Wait, are we slandering Super Chris now? What's going on?
No, we're not saying Super Chris. No.
They continue to push her with her lack of improvement. So, to her, there is no real reason for her to improve.
And I don't think she's being asked to improve in the ring.
But again, I'm done because Kyle's angry. You win.
I want to go on with his predictions that nobody... Okay, let's do it. What matches is Santino and...
Santino and Ricardo.
I got Santino.
I got Santino.
Santino.
Again, nobody cares about that match. That's why we went on.
I know.
No one's even reasons. It's just he's gonna win. Let's go. That's it. Nobody cares.
All right. So Santino for everyone here, right?
I'll pick Ricardo.
Oh,
just because.
All right. All right. Moving on, and I shudder to move on to this match. It's the Divas title.
Speaking of,
it's Beth Phoenix taking on Layla. So, where are we going on this one?
We're going to get like 70 views for this YouTube video. Oh, my God. Okay, so this match shouldn't be that bad. They've gotten an interesting chemistry in the ring together. But, same time, with the way the Divas division has been built, and with the way you got AJ, who isn't even wrestling, Karma's not even there, the Bella Twins are gone, Kelly's at least taking a break, if not gone completely. Like, wouldn't these two have to keep wrestling? I mean...
Pretty much.
Who else is there? There's nobody left unless you're going to elevate people. You're going to put Alicia Fox back in the situation, or you're going to say, hey, Caitlyn can be for the Divas title now, even though what the fuck has she done on TV in the last few months? I think you'd have to just keep putting these two out there. They're the only two left. Kind of like the TNA X Division. That's going to be my new ramble for this match, Kyle. The TNA X Division has like 2 fucking people in it now.
Zima and Austin. That's it.
And that crippled kid.
It's just, but it's a different story for a different thing. But I think the X Division is about to fold. But that, like I said, that's a different argument for a different show.
Once Aries leaves, it's pretty much done. But
couple more weeks. There's literally they're gonna deactivate the title. They're gonna
merge it with the TV title.
That's the thing. They want to push the TV title, and that's gonna be the mid card title. But that's different. For this match,
Layla or Beth?
Layla's had a nice Divas title run. Beth is kind of old faithful when it comes to this division. Anytime something goes wrong, or anytime you need somebody, you can just give her a push and she'll run with it, and that's fine. But I don't know if Layla's ready to drop the title yet. But then, like I said, if you give Beth the title back, she's just going to feud with Layla again. But if Layla beats Beth, who the fuck else is there? Unless Karma finally does come back.
Or unless they inject AJ into the situation.
See, okay, that's another thing I was going to bring up later, but since we're talking about it now, has AJ deserved the Divas title? I mean, she hasn't wrestled, obviously, but she's in the main event. Some people say she's carrying the storyline on her back.
Some would say that.
I
will too.
She's carrying a storyline with the WWE champion
on Raw.
And SmackDown.
And she's carrying it on her back. And again, without wrestling. She doesn't have to get in the ring and do this. She's carrying it. So, without wrestling, has she found herself in a situation where the company should take advantage of that? Like, they should push her in the ring. Because she's not bad. If you've ever watched AJ wrestle, she's not bad. But if you're going to put her in the ring with like a Layla, it would work a lot better. Because AJ versus Beth, even with AJ being crazy, how many people are going to buy her beating Beth Phoenix?
About as same as they bought Kelly doing it.
And Kelly is way bigger than AJ is.
Yep.
Kelly is no.
I thought he was really about to go back.
You brought her up again, you bastard. So, if let's say Layla wins. So Layla's the champion. She's beaten Beth, 3 times now?
In a row.
So you'd have to assume that Beth is out of the picture. Just get out of here. Goodbye, Beth. So AJ should possibly be put into that because Layla would need a new challenger. And if that doesn't put more eyeballs on the Divas title right now, I don't know what they can do that will. Short of, bringing in 20 different women that can actually wrestle and putting a big spotlight. But they're not going to do that.
A division. Okay.
Just with what the Divas have right now, with the current roster that the Divas have and with who's there, what could they do that would get more attention put on the Divas title than putting AJ striking iron is hot, so to speak, and using the momentum that she has as a character to go in after the Divas title? Like, wouldn't that elevate the title? I would think so.
See, honestly, I'm going to interject here, and I'm sorry, Cold, but I don't think they're going to do it. And the reason why I don't think they're going to do it is they normally wait until a character's momentum is cooled until they decide to throw them in a title they don't give a fuck about. It always fucking happens. Santino, massively over during the Elimination Chamber when he was battling it out with Daniel Bryan. What happens? Like 3 or 4 months later, they finally decide to do something and give him a spotlight by putting him in the United States Championship. I guess you could say division, even though it's really not a division. So there's a precedence here for them just like completely not like missing the boat and not paying attention to their crowd reactions I mean, you could even go as far to say they did the same shit when they had Sheamus squash Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds. Didn't realize, oh shit, the current champion is more over than the challenger. Maybe we should call an audible. And I don't think they're going to do that. So I'm going to pick Layla here and have them just jog in place. Because nobody gives a fuck about this belt.
The follow-up with D said, I'm going to pick, I got Layla winning the match. I don't think they're going to switch the titles right now. As far as AJ getting the belt or anywhere near the belt, I don't think she needs to at this point, unless they want to switch focus from her being a character to a wrestler, which I don't think they want to do. If to continue what people will think my sexist views of the WWE, I would pretty much do away with the Divas division altogether at this point if they didn't have Karma on their roster, signed, sitting at home doing nothing with. I would go the entire route that they're doing with Next and FCW, where they're hooking up the female wrestlers and the male wrestlers, and the females are playing more of a valet role. I think women in wrestling, especially the WWE, would play a much more valuable role in that aspect and would develop larger roles, such as AJ is. I said, they've had the Divas division for years, and I still think the strongest it ever was when Alundra Blaze was the champion.
Ooh.
As good as Trish was, as good as Lita was, I don't think it ever got as close to being that good in ring wise. There's one match that I can say that would fit that age, and that was Mickie James and Trish from WrestleMania. But other than that, I think the Divas division has been a waste for years.
All right. Jeff, who you got?
I've got Layla. No real reason. I think they're just going to stick with her in the title. She's been doing solidly since she's got back, and there's really no reason to take the title off of her in terms of that. So, Layla wins.
All right. So, everyone got Layla then?
Yep.
Yeah, only 2 people picked Beth. So, yeah. Let's hope we're right.
Right?
Moving on to another match that pretty much everyone has picked the same guy. The Intercontinental title match. Christian versus Cody Rhodes. Jeff, let's start with you.
Well, let's see. Christian won the title, and Cody's been squashing people left and right afterwards. It's been kind of interesting to see what they're doing with it. But I still think Christian's going to win here. Christian's going to retain the title. I don't know. He came back, won the title. They seem to be, high on Christian at the moment. And I just think he keeps the belt here. Of course, this could always change within the next, few hours because of the way they always seem to view Christian as, at one point, being a good, wrestler and a good champion. And then at the next moment, it's like, nah, we're not going to do that. So.
All right. D?
I'm going to go out on a limb and pick Cody Rhodes.
Huh.
And the reason why is just because Christian's been so dominant up to the build into this pay-per-view match, I think Cody's going to catch him and they're going to trade off the title a couple of times just to, build up Cody Rhodes a little bit until finally I think I'm going to pick Christian for the deciding win of the feud, so to speak, so that Cody can finally move on, hopefully. But go ahead.
Did you say that Christian has looked dominant in up to the build for this match?
Yeah, he has. He's beaten everybody he's faced. Everybody, except for Dolph Ziggler. It's the only person he's lost to since he's re-debuted.
But technically, hasn't the build for this match been taking place for a while? But you said up to the build? It was a poor turn of phrase, excuse me. Okay. Not a mistake. Go on.
No, it's cool. Thank you for calling me on that. But But yeah, I'm gonna pick Cody for this one, probably because I think that they're just gonna use Christian in the he's an old guy, so we're gonna have him put over young talent kind of role.
All right, Cold.
I think they've been pushing Christian really good since he returned. Other than allowing him to go to the TNA and do that dumbass clip introduction.
Yeah.
Where he looked legitimately pissed to be there.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Christian. I have no problems with Christian. Like I said, I'm not sure how they're pushing him yet. I like how they hinted with Cody Rhodes telling him that once the fans start turning on him, he'll be the same old dude as he always is. So I'm waiting. I'm expecting Christian to win, but I think we'll see a little bit progression, and maybe they'll have a match after this because I don't see Cody Rhodes going anywhere else just yet.
See, I'm thinking Christian's gonna win, and because next month's pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, neither of these guys are gonna, fight for the title. They're gonna be in the Money in the Bank match, probably take each other out of the match somehow, and then they're gonna go to SummerSlam and decide it there. That's my thoughts on it, anyways.
At least that's what Kyle wants to happen because he's going to Money in the Bank.
Hell yeah. Glow, we haven't heard from you in a while.
Actually, I like your idea that you just spit out. I think Christian's going to win. They'll probably settle at SummerSlam. Christian just won the belt. There's no point in really taking the belt off of him unless WWE is still in the habit of just hot potatoing belts, which I hate, but they like doing. And Cody's just always going to float around this level, so let him just float and let Christian win.
And finally, Hustle.
Okay. I like what you said, Kyle. I like your idea, but I do have one problem with it.
All right.
With Christian and before with Edge, anytime that there was a blow-off match to any feud that they had, especially when a title was involved, what was the general style of match that we'd always get?
Ladder.
It was a ladder match.
Right.
See, if they're going to have Money in the Bank, I mean, it's not a one-on-one, yeah, but if both of these guys are going to be in Money in the Bank in July, would we then turn around and give them a ladder match or a TLC match in August?
Well,
before TLC?
It really depends on, I guess how the TLC match goes. I can't really say. If they do a bunch of ladder spots leading up to the match, sure, but.
I mean, they don't have to make it a ladder match. I'm just saying.
Right. I see what you're saying, though.
Christian and Edge, like I said, any time that those two are in a feud, and now it's time for the blow-off match, a title's on the line, put a ladder in there, let them go, have fun.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. It could be a cage match. It could be a no-holds-barred. It could be a last man stand. It could be anything. But I don't see them being in a ladder match 2 months in a row. But
right.
They could easily play that up, like you said. They could easily turn that into something. But as far as my prediction goes, I don't know if any of you have noticed or not, but I give 0 fucks about Cody Rhodes. 0. Don't care at all. Like, he hasn't... Because going back to the Kelly thing...
This is never going to die.
This next part, this isn't a Cody diss. This is a WWE diss. They've done nothing with Cody. He's been stagnant for so long. And the point that I keep bringing up is for what? 4+ years now, even going on to 5 years now. What has been the main consensus about Cody Rhodes? He's next. He's the next big main event guy. He's going to reach that level. He has everything that a wrestler needs to be a main event talent, to be a big top-level guy. And it hasn't happened yet. He's been in the same spot for 5 years now.
So he has Matt Hardy syndrome?
He could. And again, this has nothing to do with Cody. I just personally don't really like Cody as a where. I think he's solid, but it's one of those things where he's good at a lot of things, but great at nothing. He just...
He's a jack of all trades, master of none.
I'm not a huge fan of Cody, but there is potential there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's any part on his. There's plenty of guys like Cody who deserved pretty long shots at a title run on either Raw or SmackDown, and nobody's really gotten anything other than outside the box, other than Swagger and Ziggler as far as title runs. And they don't really try with anybody. Like, they're scared at times. They always go back to the well, as they say, with guys they know are money draws. And they're never going to create new stars if they continue in that outlook.
I agree. I mean, this is completely WWE's fault. I mean, they've had, I'd say, maybe 2 or 3 opportunities to really make Cody a top guy. Never really did it. And once again, here he is in the Intercontinental title match. I think giving him the Intercontinental title back does nothing for him.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing for him. He doesn't need to be in this feud. If you're going to push him, push him. But, giving him 47 Intercontinental title reigns, these kind of things don't mean as much now as they used to. 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could say, I've had the Intercontinental title 7 times. And it was like, damn, that's crazy. You've been Intercontinental champion 7 times. That's amazing. Now it's like, yeah, but your 7 reigns were in 3 months, so who cares? Like, none of that matters. So you can't even say that padding his resume with extra title reigns means a lot. Can't say that. He doesn't need the title. They need to do something with him. If you're going to push him, push him. With Christian, I hate to say it, but I don't think he's getting back to the main event. He deserves it. He should be there. But I think we've seen what the company really thinks of him. I think that's kind of clear. Obviously, none of us work backstage. We don't know for sure. But I think it's pretty fucking clear that they don't believe in him as a top-level guy. They gave him a chance. How long did that last? He hasn't really done anything since.
And if I remember correctly, weren't ratings going up around him being in the main event on SmackDown?
They were.
Maybe that's one of those times you guys actually should fucking pay attention to your ratings. Just saying.
All right. Well, D, you are on a very small island with regards to picking Cody Rhodes.
I know.
2 people.
I know. It's more to the fact of, people saying it does nothing for him. Well, they've been doing nothing for him for the past 4 or 5 years, so why change the trend?
All right. Moving on. One of our 3 main event matches tomorrow, whatever. It is the World Heavyweight title match. Sheamus defends against Alberto Del Rio's replacement in Dolph Ziggler. Now, I'm a little selfish. I kind of want Dolph Ziggler to win for reasons other than this contest.
Of course you do.
But, being a realist, he's a replacement. I don't see him winning this match. Sheamus retains. Dolph Ziggler maybe hangs around the main event a little longer. Maybe actually becomes a contender to win a Money in the Bank briefcase. Maybe. Who knows? But, yeah, this month, not Ziggler's month to win a title. Hustle, who you got?
Okay. First, let me get out of the way that I am picking Dolph Ziggler to win the title.
All right.
Now, one of the main reasons that I'm picking Ziggler to win, how dominant the faces are as far as titles go in the WWE.
Yeah?
There are 0 heel champions right now. 0. So, you're going to need one. We've had all face champions for a while now. You're going to need one. Two, I what you said, Ziggler was a replacement guy. You know, he wasn't even supposed to be in this match. But it almost seems, maybe I'm just naive, maybe, but the company's listening, at least for Dolph Ziggler. Because he went from nowhere to this spot because the crowd was asking for it. Ziggler started picking up more face pops. His reaction started to change a little bit. And if you've noticed, especially since he's been put in this, he's actually getting face pops now. Not solid ones. He's not, oh my God, he's a face now. But the crowd is getting behind him. And it seems like the WWE has kind of noticed that. Been like, okay, they want Dolph to be pushed. Because like I said, it wasn't like he was at the cusp of being the main event guy, and then they just said, okay, you know what? We need a replacement. Dolph, get in there. Dolph was a fucking jobber coming into this.
Yep.
He had nothing going on. He was still a great wrestler. He was still a top seller. We get that. That's fine. But he was losing matches to mid-carders on TV in 2 minutes.
Like, all he was doing was losing to, like, Brodus Clay and Santino.
Yeah.
You know, that's all he had until last week.
Brodus Clay 5 times, by the way. Five times. Just had to throw that in there.
He went
Continue, Hustle.
He's technically in a main event match for the world title at a pay-per-view. And it came out of nowhere. So like I said, maybe I'm just being naive, but for this one thing, WWE doesn't give us what we want as the fans a lot. But I think this is one of those things where they're listening and they're noticing that the crowd wants Dolph to do something. And I think that this is his chance. But I think if he wins it here, he's dropping it to Sheamus at SummerSlam.
Or even at Money in the Bank.
Even that. I hope not. I hope they don't hot potato the title like that. But I'm going to go with Dolph, and I know that I'm one of the few that is picking Dolph, but that's fine.
I mean, you made a really convincing argument.
You did.
However, what's their next pay-per-view?
Money in the Bank.
See, that's another thing that they could play into here. He's been getting face pops. He's been getting, crowd is warming up to him, and apparently the WWE is warming up to him. But they have a pay-per-view where they can legitimately give him a future title shot.
And
so
the way things are going, a title reign because of that briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he could lose here. I'm not saying that Hustle is wrong or that there's anything wrong with his thoughts. I'm just saying that they have another opportunity, have him lose here, have him look strong, have him then leave Vicky permanently instead of sort of kind of being with her. And then maybe do something big at Money in the Bank.
If they're going to give Dolph Ziggler the Money in the Bank victory, which I wouldn't complain about if they do, Sheamus needs to drop the title at Money in the Bank to somebody. Because how many matches have we seen between these two in the last few weeks, months? Maybe?
14?
4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
And this is another one. So if Sheamus still has the title coming out of Money in the Bank, I get that there's a year for these guys to cash in the Money in the Bank. But obviously, if Dolph comes out of Money in the Bank with the briefcase, Sheamus comes out of Money in the Bank with the title, those two are feuding again.
Yeah, so what you're saying is Ziggler needs to cash in on somebody that's not Sheamus.
Yeah.
If he gets, say, the SmackDown briefcase.
He's lost to Sheamus 49 times now if he loses at No Way Out. And then if he wins Money in the Bank, he's right back in with Sheamus again. Yay!
Yeah.
Who's excited for that? Especially going into a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam.
Well, let's then in that case, let's hope he wins the Raw Money in the Bank.
That's all I'm saying. Either he would need to jump over to Raw or win the Raw Money in the Bank, or we would need a new world champion coming out of Money in the Bank. So Dolph can have something else. Because no one's going to pay, well, internet fans, they don't pay anyway, But in the world of kayfabe, who's paying to see Dolph Ziggler go for the world title when he's lost to Sheamus every single week? Who's paying to see that then? You have to give him a win. So it's another reason why I'm picking him. Yay! Dolph Ziggler, new world champion. Hopefully he doesn't lose it in a week.
All right, so Jeff, I'm sensing that you're picking Sheamus here.
I'm picking Sheamus here. WWE really loves them. They're great white. And
Of course they do.
I
Glow.
think he retains here. So, Sheamus.
Glow.
I'm picking Sheamus for a different reason. I think once Jericho comes back, they have to do something with them. Orton's gone. Del Rio's not around. So I think they're going to use Jericho to push Sheamus over even more, so he has to have the belt to do it. Because he's off of his suspension in, like, I think actually he'll be back 7 more
It's
days.
7 days. Yep.
So he'll be back in time to do something with Sheamus. And Ziggler, he just got put into this place, even though Hustle made a good point about them selecting him, even though he did kind of come out there. He'll be in the Money in the Bank. Jericho and Sheamus will feud because they have to do something with Jericho. And then that's that.
Cold.
I got Sheamus. I still don't think they are fully behind pushing Ziggler yet, as stupid as they are. I'm sick. I can't even go into that.
You sound so depressed.
He does.
It's the same discussion every month with him.
Yeah.
It's tiring.
It really is.
All right, D.
I'm picking Sheamus, and I'm also saying that Ziggler does not win the SmackDown Money in the Bank because Wade Barrett's coming back.
Yeah,
soon.
that's why I'm having him on Raw. Hopefully.
Yeah, so, and I'm pretty sure that once Jericho puts over Sheamus, Wade Barrett and Sheamus are going to be feuding for the World Heavyweight title over on SmackDown.
0 complaints from me. All right. Yeah, there were a few more Ziggler picks than, say, Cody Rhodes picks. About, 3 to be exact. But, yeah, good convincing argument from Hustle. Almost made me switch up my pick. I'm going to stick with Sheamus, though. Moving on, the most interesting story surrounding the WWE title in a while now. Almost a year since CM Punk left with the WWE title last year. It's, again, involving CM Punk. He's defending in a triple threat match with him, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. And then AJ's going to be there too. And who the fuck knows what's going to happen here?
I don't even think the WWE knows what's going to happen. I don't think they're sold on anything quite yet.
I
Maybe
think
one of those last-minute rewrites. Yeah, we're gonna go with this person now. Okay, cool.
I think the one person who has the least chance to win would probably be Kane. But even
That's what
then,
you think.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, they're giving him this, AJ protection thing on SmackDown, trying to carry her off, like he has with so many women over the years.
That makes him seem like a rapist.
You
Or-
both sound jealous.
But yeah, this could go 4 different ways. Who really knows? I mean, AJ could turn and really be in with Bryan the whole time. She could try to do that and Punk still wins. Kane could win because, she's nuts. She just likes being around people. This fucking
If she
match.
does to Punk what she did to Bryan and accidentally costs him the
Yeah,
match.
No. She read about Kane's 3-foot penis on the internet and just turned the fuck on.
All right. So, no. AJ is not going to win the title.
I'm talking to the chat, Kyle.
I know. That's my fault entirely. All right. So, Huss.
Okay. You know what would be fun for this match?
AJ won the title?
Well, that would be kind of fun, yes. But I've talked about this before, so a lot of you have heard me say it. But fully aligning with CM Punk as a heel couple, and then getting some sort of a double turn out of it with Bryan as a face. Because the crowd wants to cheer Bryan anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And Punk, obviously he's popular, but with Punk, there's a different outlook on things. Like, again, bringing up John Cena, because, that's what I do. When you talk about turning John Cena heel, what is the main thing people talk about why the WWE would never, ever, ever do it?
Because they don't have another big-time babyface to replace him?
Well, yeah, but he was right. It's the merch sales. And I, along with numerous other people, will point out, if John Cena's a heel and he has cool merchandise, people are still going to buy it. But at the same time, I understand that the kids would be upset. There's going to be kids that aren't going to want to buy a John Cena t-shirt now because their hero is a bad guy. I get that. But CM Punk's a different beast altogether. There's a different fan base that cheers for CM Punk. There's a different fan base that supports CM Punk. There's a different fan base that buys the CM merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn CM Punk heel, those fans will still support him. They'll still buy his merchandise because they're not cheering for him because he's a face, because he's a good guy. They're cheering for him because he's CM Punk. And unless he turns heel and changes his name to Charlie Montgomery, he's still going to be CM Punk. And they'll still buy his shit. So they don't have to worry about kids. Because kids aren't the ones buying his merchandise now. So maybe I'm wrong and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but all the people, if you're on this call or if you're in this chat and you own a CM Punk t-shirt or you know somebody that owns a CM Punk t-shirt, you think they would stop supporting him if you turn heel? Of course not.
I know I wouldn't, and I own a CM Punk t-shirt.
It's exactly my point. You're not losing a lot of that if you turn him heel. So like I say,
actually, I think my wife would.
But that's your wife. It's different altogether.
Right.
She's not the majority, she's the minority.
And I thought I was the sexist.
Your wife would be a minority as far as CM Punk fans are concerned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because usually with the women that cheer for him, because they think he's cute. And I know that sounds really bad, but it's
a fact.
It's a fact. It's the same reason why, women who watch wrestling cheer for John Cena. My girlfriend cheers for John Cena simply because she finds him attractive.
So, well, even then, it's a little different because Cena as a heel wouldn't be as clean cut. He's clean cut now. I'm not saying he'd grow a beard and he'd grow long hair or nothing, but Cena is clean cut. He would change a little bit if he turned heel. Punk is not clean cut. But again, if Punk turns heel, nothing changes. He already has the beard. He already has all the tattoos. He looks like a fucking homeless guy, and that's so. Even if he turns,
whoa! You need to relax.
Okay, you look like a homeless guy. I'm sorry.
You do. So does Kyle, though. So it's all good.
Just saying, like, if a woman thinks CM Punk is cute now, him turning heel is not going to change that. So even most women that cheer for him now would still cheer for him. So again, have AJ align herself with Punk and only Punk, because she's already aligned with him. But again, she's still in love with Daniel Bryan, and now she's flirting with Kane, and we don't know what's going on.
She's still out there dick surfing.
Oh,
give her that one direction. Just she's a heel. She's aligned with CM Punk. They're the new heel couple. Wrestling has been very popular with that through the years. When you've had a heel couple as in power, kind of. I mean, AJ's not really in power, but hey, if you give her the Divas title,
power couple.
Power. You'd have CM Punk as the top male champion, and you'd have AJ as the top female champion. You'd put them together. Obviously, it's not like Triple H and Stephanie, but whatever. You could put them, give the crowd more of a reason to cheer for Daniel Bryan. He doesn't have to change. He wouldn't have to go back to, let's say, how he was on NXT, where he was still putting on good matches, but he was a really white bread babyface. Like, there was just not a whole lot of connection with the crowd. You put Daniel Bryan out there and you let him still chant yes. You let him still do everything that he does now. Give them more of a reason. It'd be fun that way. Wouldn't that be fun? Ah, no. Fuck.
So you're saying that Kane's
who do you
gonna win?
pick?
I pick Jay to win the WWE title. It's going to be a swerve. No. You got to admit, though, ratings for Raw would be really interesting if AJ somehow found herself winning the title. People would be tuning into Raw to be like, wait, what?
What? What the fuck happened to this company?
Why did this happen? I don't understand.
She's gonna seduce the winner of Money in the Bank and steal their briefcase.
Swag.
Swag.
I'm gonna go with Punk to win the title, to retain the title, but just as an outside prediction, just for fun, I would like to see at least the beginning of a double. Have AJ cheat to help Punk win, and have Punk accept it. He saw her interfere, didn't care, went for the pin anyway. Have the wheel be put in motion now.
See, the reason why I don't think that would work, honestly, that's a great booking strategy, but with the way that crowds are, they cheer it anyway. They would just cheer CM Punk for screwing Daniel Bryan out of the title.
Here's the thing, though. CM Punk can make a crowd hate him.
Oh yeah, most certainly he can. He's very, very adroit at that. But
over a female though, I don't know. That might be pushing it.
Yeah. On the other hand, AJ revealing that she's been in league with Daniel Bryan the entire time, that would get heel heat that the WWE crowd is conditioned for. So that is the pick that I'm making. Daniel Bryan to win the WWE Championship. I'm probably going to be wrong, and I'm making a huge leap of faith here, but whatever.
All right, Jeff. Are you going to stick with your Daniel Bryan pick that you've had the last few months?
Going with the swerve here. Scott Armstrong, the referee, will win the title for himself in this match. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Daniel Bryan pick. I've been picking him consistently picked him last month.
Fuck, can I change my pick now?
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is finally the time that they give Daniel Bryan the title back. You know, he's consistently getting good reactions. His merch is selling pretty well. You know, he's obviously at least, competent as a, character who brings fans in and gets reaction. I think the WWE is finally going to recognize that by giving him the title back here tonight. Tomorrow night, whatever night it is, by beating Punk. Kane, however, is very interesting. Kane's inclusion and AJ's inclusion makes this very interesting. So even though I'm picking him, I'm also not necessarily completely and utterly confident in it. I could see the WWE going any of the three ways with this match, and I think this is going to be the most interesting just in that perspective alone, never mind the entire storyline behind it. So, picking Daniel Bryan, but I wouldn't be shocked to see any of them win.
Glow.
I'm picking Punk to win. I don't think that any turns or anything's going to happen in a three-way. I think that's probably going to happen when they do a one-on-one feud. AJ's going to find some way to, in her head, thinking she's helping Daniel Bryan, but she's probably going to mess him up. How are they going to work it out? They'll work it out, or maybe Kane might just, I don't know. But Punk will win, and then they're going to continue the triangle between those three, because a love square, as Kyle tweeted out there, they just doesn't make any sense. So a A love triangle would make more sense, and then we could see the turns, and then we could see all that other type of stuff that Huss was talking about in the one-on-one scenario.
All right, Cold.
I still think it would be the perfect time to introduce her real boyfriend, Cassius Ono, but whatever.
That's in the one-on-one.
I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan. Like D, I think that it's gonna turn out that her and DB have been together the whole time, and they've been trying to run the ruse on everybody to get one of the titles back. So, best match on the card, wrestling-wise, wouldn't be surprised to see a Kane upset either. But I think it's going to be a real good match, and DB comes out on top. Going into the next pay-per-view, one-on-one match. It would be... I mean, the feud's going on long enough, so I think it's about time to put it, and I think they'll do the power couple thing Hustle was talking about just with DB and AJ, so.
Alright, quick tidbit. If Punk retains, and barring any Monday Night Raw shenanigans, he will have held the title for 7 months now.
Ooh.
He's held it since November 20th.
All the more reason to take the belt off of him.
And that was my wife's reasoning for picking Daniel Bryan.
I'll look up the stats.
Listen to the marks, you guys. They generally have a better beat on things than even the IWC thinks they have.
I think it's about time for CM Punk to drop it, but I think it'll be next month.
Exactly.
8 months, almost get to 8 months, that's long enough. I mean, I'm amazed people haven't already started souring on him holding the belt for 7 or 8 months already now.
That's because everybody in the IWC sucks off CM Punk.
Okay, I have a stat for you.
All right.
If Punk retains the title tomorrow, and then he goes into Raw as the champion, that will make him the longest reigning WWE champion since John Cena had to vacate the title in October of 2007 after he tore his right pec. Today is Punk's 209th day as champion, so it'll be 211 going into Raw. And Triple H had a 210-day reign from April 2008 to November 2008.
Uh-oh.
He'll beat that if he retains it tomorrow.
Even more reason that Daniel Bryan's going to win.
Just throwing that out there, that it's been several years since we've seen a reign approach this level.
And with this recent flurry of Daniel Bryan picks, that brings it to about 50-50 Punk and Bryan.
Oh.
No Kane picks. Yeah, it's 50-50 right now.
And honestly, with Kane being in there, somebody's going to pin Kane.
Right.
Somebody's going to pin Kane. Like, I wouldn't be horribly, tragically upset if Kane pulled up the upset victory, but I think he's in there for them to continue the feud and have Bryan pin Kane by AJ manipulating Kane.
One more thing. Statistic-wise, just for another stupid conspiracy theory, does retain the title tomorrow, and he goes into Raw with the title, he will pass The Undertaker on the list of combined days as WWE/WWF.
Damn.
Nice.
So,
yeah, he's dropping the belt.
He's not dropping the belt.
He's dropping the belt.
He could pass Triple H in one number, and then he'll pass The Undertaker in another number. So.
Oh, but the WWE misuses Punk. Oh.
Put your tinfoil hats on, everyone. All right. Now, finally, in the main
Rock
event.
has come back?
I hope so. I need for my fantasy roster.
He's come back sooner or later.
In the main event of the evening, in all likelihood. Because what's a pay-per-view without John Cena main eventing over the belt holders?
The title is not in the main event.
He is a belt holder. He holds the John Cena Championship.
Yes.
It's the great title in the history of the WWE.
All right.
Pay-per-view.
John Cena versus The Big Show in a cage. Both John Cena and John Laurinaitis' jobs are on the line. Vince McMahon will be there. Laurinaitis will be there. All sorts of other clusterfucky booking will be there. I mean, I can't. If it weren't for Cena's job being on the line, I would not pick John Cena. But because it is, and we know how WWE is, with, you know, if you lose, you're fired shit with John Cena, I'm gonna go with John Cena on this one. I can't see them firing John Cena for more than a week, 2 tops.
You know, they said the same thing about him, you know, giving Wade Barrett the title, and we saw what happened there. He got fired and still showed up anyway, and so he got his job back. So
I can't deal with that.
So, Glow, who you got?
I was picking Big Show up until SmackDown when they did announce the Cena thing. They can't be firing Cena at least once a year. Like, I'm tired of this.
Well, They're not gonna fire him again. Shouldn't, but they can.
But they've been firing him once a year since the Wade Barrett thing, and it makes no sense. They can't do it again. And besides, I don't think they're going to get rid of Ace, because now, well, if you're going to incorporate backstage stuff, it seems like Triple H is like phasing out Johnny Ace out of the whole talent relations stuff. So he's becoming more just like on air, and he's just been doing the travel and the talent on air. So if that's all he's really doing with the company now, does it look like, he's going to still be an on air character. So I don't think they're going to fire him. So I don't know how they're going. I don't know how they're going to get it. I don't know. That's my dilemma. But when they said we'll fire Cena, I was like, they can't fire Cena. So they'll find somebody to bring Ace back some other way, and Cena will win. But that was the reason why I was picking Big Show initially, but it switched.
All right, Jeff.
Give me Big Show. Give me Big Show.
Ooh.
I mean, they've had John Cena, you know. John Cena's booking this year has been very, very strange, to say the least. He loses at Mania to The Rock, but beats Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't even know if they know what they want to do with John Cena anymore. He's gotten to the point where he's over everything else, basically, but I'm not sure they know how to treat that. You know, they don't know how to approach it and actually do stuff with it. So, but in that regard, you know, we've seen John Cena get fired before and still show up. So, and it's almost guaranteed that John Cena, even if he gets fired, will be there on Monday night to actually officially get fired. So at least they'll have that, and there'll be some sort of shenaniganery about something. I don't think they're going to lose Johnny Ace as as the general manager. I think they're going to build him up some more. They're really sold, apparently, on Big Show being a big heel and a big monster, so Big Show wins, and we get more Cena silliness, firing, dumb, blah.
D.
Pass. Go on to somebody else real quick.
Pass. All right. Cold, you I know you sound kind of sick, man. Let's get you done so you can go sleep or something.
I got
This point is made for him.
Yeah, thank you. I got Cena winning the match. As Glow pointed out, the whole firing storylines are getting old with Cena. It's to get ridiculous, and they need to do something different. And with the whole Big Show not getting fired because of his ironclad contract and shit, Big Show probably end up fucking punching Johnny or some shit and causing him to get fired anyway. So I'm taking Cena, and hopefully the bullshit ends quick.
You know, to that point, you know something else is getting old? John Laurinaitis having a a job evaluation or getting fired every month now.
Here's something that's even older than that. The authority figures arguing amongst one another and completely looking like TNA about a year ago.
Yeah. We've had, what, 4, 5 authority figures on screen now in the last
Yeah.
12 months.
At
Yeah.
least 4.
All right, so Hustle.
Okay. First and foremost, if there's anybody in the WWE right now that needs a break, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can say that's me being biased, whatever, that's fine. But he needs a break. And that's not even because of the schedule that he works. It's pretty clear that he's going through some personal issues right now. And those personal issues haven't even really gotten started yet. We've seen the rumors, oh, he's been cheating on her, and he's done this, and this happened, and this is why they're getting divorced, and that's all it is now. Wait until it really gets underway.
Yeah.
He's gonna snap at some point. Like you can kind of already see, just if you follow him on Twitter, how often does he tweet now?
Nah, not
Never.
at all.
I mean, he wasn't like a CM Punk as far as tweeting was concerned to begin with, but
He tweeted regularly.
yeah, unless he was selling an injury, because he's kayfabe heavy on Twitter. So unless he was selling a major injury, then he wouldn't tweet. But otherwise, he'd tweet every Monday. On my way to the arena, hope to see everybody for Raw tonight. Pay-per-view, got a big night coming. I got to face this guy. But throughout the week, tweeting regularly. Ever since a couple months ago, when we've heard that he's going through some personal issues. We didn't know that he was getting divorced, but we knew that there was something going on. He just doesn't tweet anymore. Like, he doesn't. And like I said, it's only going to get worse. Once this divorce really gets underway and the proceedings start taking place and the mud starts getting slung back and forth,
He's going to be gone from TV at that point.
it's going to be 20 times worse than it is right now. All it is right now is people just like Ken Doan saying, yeah, he cheated. This is what he did. He did this. But, you know, once his, well, soon-to-be ex-wife is in the court saying, he cheated on me. This guy did this. He did that. Once it starts becoming public domain, maybe he's a bad person. Maybe he's not the clean-cut guy that we thought he was. Maybe he's cheated on her 50 fucking times. Once that information starts getting out,
Oh, man.
he's in a lot of trouble because you see how much he dedicates to this company.
He's out there hugging fat chicks.
Batista.
That line took a
Fucking
lot more
well
than we thought it did the first time.
How's he going to focus once that happens? He needs time off. Like, you need to give him, because, you know, obviously he's the top guy in your company. He's going to be the top guy in your company for the next 5 to 10 years, no matter what happens. Like, you can elevate new guys to the main event, that's fine, but until Cena retires, which, you know, he's, what, 35? Gonna
He has like 10 years at least.
Yeah,
No, he has a good 5 years of good
Yeah.
in-ring work, and then maybe 2 more in terms of career.
you say 5 minimum, 10 maximum I'd give him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That long to be...
Cena's in good shape.
If you don't handle him carefully now, you risk ruining all of that. Like I said, you're working him like a slave as far as, you know, okay, you got to make this appearance. Now you got to go do this. Now you got to do this. Now you got to wrestle these matches. Now we need you to go on the radio here. We need you to make a TV appearance. We got 47 Make-A-Wish kids here to do this.
The whole
this.
house show circuit and everything on top of that.
And then he's going to go through a divorce. And like I said, if he has skeletons in the closet that are about to come out because of this divorce,
He's got to be a wreck.
you risk ruining him.
So-
And
You also risk ruining the image of your company, so what better way than to get him off of TV?
so selfishly, the WWE needs to be thinking of themselves right now.
Yeah.
But I have a question then. How much time off do you think they should give him?
Okay, well,
Depends on the proceedings, really.
that's the thing. I mean,
If it's a quick divorce, 1-2 days, boom, you're divorced, settle it, you're gone. Then he might not need that much. If it's one of these long, bitter month, 2-month, 3-month,
Linda and Hulk Hogan status.
Which it
type
sounds like it's
divorces.
going to be.
Yeah.
all reports are saying that it's going to be worse than that.
yeah, if it's going to be one of these horrible 3-6 month divorce hearings, good lord.
But okay, so and the reason I was asking that is that I agree with every single word that Hustle said, and they really should give him time off, and they need to think about themselves for the future. But WWE has shown like a history of looking at the now. They don't plan for the future, and the now that's coming up is that Raw is going 3 hours permanently coming July. SummerSlam is coming up also. Ratings haven't been good. I can't see them giving John Cena time off with both of those factors in there. Actually, those three. 3 hour Raws, SummerSlam, and ratings haven't been good, and then they're going to say we're going to take Cena off of TV, even though he deserves it and he needs it. They're too short term for that. I don't think they'll do it.
Unless they're going to bring back, big
Unless
name legends to bring in.
They snatch up like Batista and all these other people to come back, but
That-
and then Randy Orton is like Randy Orton. He's out there. CM Punk is only, and that goes into the face of CM Punk turning heel. Because then if Cena's down and Orton's not around, Punk can't turn heel. And then I really think Punk needs to turn heel to be even a little bit fresher. So I think they kind of need Cena to stay in their heads, even though he really deserves the time off.
the thing that would fix that is something that I don't think will ever happen, and that's that Cena himself needs to say,
I need time off.
I can't do this, Vince.
Yeah.
Either I need to be taken away completely for a while, or you need to really cut back on my extracurricular activities because I can't do all of this. It's not working.
All he has to do in that case would be name drop Benoit, and Vince would probably be like, okay, goodbye.
Ooh.
What? He's like, I've been looking at this rope in my room for a while now.
Oh Jesus!
Man.
Wow, wow.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say that even though he is serving a suspension currently, Rey Mysterio is coming back soon. Rey Mysterio is still a top babyface draw. Him and CM Punk could carry the Raw brand without Cena being there.
Yeah.
Again, though,
I agree, though.
they need to push new guys. We all
They
know.
do. Yeah, I agree.
do.
But
They do.
I'm saying in the interim, while they are trying to find, the next big star, they have options to,
Yeah, they
float
can.
around that heavyweight title.
But my thing is that I just don't think they trust those other options. But they do have them, and they should take advantage of that. But I don't think they trust it with 3 hour Raws and SummerSlam and all that other stuff. Cena needs to step up and say, hey, I need time off. He has to do it if he wants to get it. Because I don't think they're going to give it to him willingly.
Another thing, I'm sorry to take up all your time for this.
I'm
but
sorry. Yeah.
Another thing about this match and where the company is right now, we've seen the rumors that there's a major summer storyline coming. We've
Triple
seen,
H, Brock, yeah.
we've seen the last 2 years. We've seen that. Well, no, not even that. They're planning something. Something hasn't even happened yet that they're going to do. We saw it with the Nexus a couple years ago. We saw it last year with CM Punk and the Money in the Bank, all that.
Mm-hmm.
If they're really planning something major, you've got to think it would have to surround Cena somehow. I'm not going
Right.
to here and say he's going to turn heel, but short of a heel turn, what the fuck else is there?
Bash
What-
at the Beach 2012.
Yeah, it's going to they're bringing it back.
Stop it.
There's the Bash, yes. Like, what can they really do right now, short of turning Cena heel or having a TNA invasion?
Ooh.
What could they do
That
right
would be
now?
ugly.
What could they do that could constitute a major shakeup?
A shocker. Yeah, you're right.
Nothing that they could do.
Vince
They-
McMahon dying in the middle of the ring?
That they don't have to plan that.
They tried that.
Well, it wasn't in the middle of the
But
ring.
you know what I mean.
Like, there's nothing that they could do short of, like I said, turning him heel or having a
Right.
TA invasion. Other than that, nothing. But something needs to be done with Cena's character. And
He needs a break.
as far as, like, I believe it was Glow that brought it up, Laurinaitis is no longer doing his corporate duties anymore. He's just basically a WWE worker now. He's air talent. That's what he is. So if he gets fired, wouldn't he have to, like, really get fired?
Get fired.
He's probably gonna get fired as, like, say, GM of SmackDown or some. He'll have some loophole that prevents him from leaving as an on-screen character, like, permanently. He'll probably only lose, like, one of his jobs. I mean, he doesn't even really appear on SmackDown that much anymore as it is.
I'll tell you this. If he does that and he loses the SmackDown gig and it goes back to Teddy Long, they're going to lose ratings on bullshit.
Yep.
Several months. Line from that.
What they really need to do, and some people might, like, facepalm at this, but because of where her character is right now, if he loses control of SmackDown, they should make Eve the GM of SmackDown.
She's not even on TV anymore.
That's true.
But there needs to be, if there is going to be a firing or a losing of a job, and he's going to remain as an on-screen character, it would make sense for Eve to take over as the GM of SmackDown.
Personally, I think it would make better sense to just give it to Otunga over Eve. Otunga, at least, is, can pull off a GM character. Eve?
Eve?
Long term? No.
Eve has been better since she became this corporate bitch suck-up.
Miss Tessmacher.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm not saying she's amazing. I'm saying that this change in direction for her character has been infinitely better than when she was Hosky Eve.
Alright, D.
We'll
Before
see.
I forget,
We'll see.
who you got?
I was going to go no contest. But I'm going to go with... Yeah, I don't think Hustle picked yet.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. He
We
went
were
on a
talking.
tirade.
We were
Hustle.
talking, we were talking.
Go ahead, Hustle. Go first.
It's hard. That's actually the third time in this show that you've done that to me, Kyle.
I
It
know.
really is, though.
That's how I do.
Roll.
That's how I roll. Okay,
But,
Christian.
The other two times didn't matter because I've already given you my picks,
Yeah.
and my pick wouldn't have changed.
Uh-oh.
This time, however, I'm going to go with the Big Show.
Oh, boy.
Mhm.
Divide by zero air. Oof.
I just... Things are just adding up. And Big Show's looking like he could be the one to win this match. It just, things don't make a whole lot of sense to me right now to have Cena win and then to just have Laurinaitis be fired. Like, Cena needs a break. Give him a break. But then figure it out. Use that time where he's gone to come up with a storyline. Come up with a way for him to return, because he got fired. Come up with a way to bring him back and worry about that later. Give him a month or two off. Bring him back at SummerSlam if you have to. If you can, maybe even push it back further than that. Something. He needs something. The company needs something. That... Good?
Honestly, if it was me, I'd push it back towards Survivor Series.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some people, I believe Matt Knight in the chat, I know I'm not supposed to talk to the chat, but I think, I believe he said that you could bring him back at the Rumble. A little bit predictable. I mean, he's already made a big
Surprise
return.
Rumble entry, yeah.
I don't know if I'd do that.
Survivor Series is better.
And that's a long time from now, technically. That's a long...
That's
6
over
months.
6
7
months.
months.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd give him that much of a break, especially when he's not even injured. Just take the next 7 months. That's fine.
Take over half a year off. Go ahead. Why not?
Because I mean, technically,
he deserves it though. But
if he's the only true ratings draw in the company, once the NFL comes back,
squash.
Once the NFL is there on Mondays, you need as much manpower as you can.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, you're looking at like 2.3, 2.4 ratings on Raw otherwise. No Cena. You know, the rest of the mid-card main event picture is awful. And now the WWE, the NFL juggernaut is like...
The Ryback.
You're looking at awful Raw ratings without your number one draw.
Which is why I'm saying around Survivor Series, bring him back. Because that's around the time the NFL season is just getting underway, if I'm not mistaken. What is that, September, October?
November?
End of November, so you're...
Little off.
Yeah, you're off.
11, I believe.
What pay-per-view is this in September? I forgot.
Uno.
Whatever that one is. Yeah.
Fall.
All right, so a little earlier than Survivor Series.
All right, D. We're running way long on time, so I need you to quit stalling, and let's get a pick in.
I'm going to have to go with Big Show.
All right, so...
Intriguing.
That brings it to about... Well, shit. 40% Show, 60% Cena.
Ooh, nice divide.
40-60 split.
Yeah, Cena's got the 60%. There was one guy who said draw, no contest, whatever. So,
if it's a draw, would they both get fired, or is both...
No.
So nothing would happen.
The reason why I would have picked no contest is nothing would happen. Everything would stay the same.
All right.
A cage match is hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the ring breaks again. And the cage falls on top of both of them.
And everyone dies, and just can't finish the match.
All right.
Then
Last bit of business before we leave today. We have our one and only bonus question today.
My answer?
How long, in minutes, rounded to the nearest minute, will the Triple H segment that's going to happen at No Way Out last from the time that his music hits to the end of his segment? Basically when they're done with whatever they're going to do with Triple H's segment. I picked 19 minutes. Becca went with 21. Glow, I think you said 18.
18 minutes, yeah.
Cold, I think you said 16.
Yep.
We gotta end the call.
Can barely speak at this point.
Hustle went with 22.
Yeah. Well.
All right, Jeff.
Let's go with 16.
All right, and then number. D.
19.
It'd be funny if it's like a 5-minute segment.
I'm gonna laugh.
His entrance will take longer than 5 minutes, though.
Exactly.
So. Yeah. The lowest answer we got was 12. The highest answer we got was 23. Hustle, did anybody else send you their picks before 5 o'clock or 8 Eastern today?
Let me look at my face.
That's terrible, though. A pay-per-view is really might have like a 20-minute promo that's advertised beforehand. That's 2 full WWE matches.
Yep.
Nope. No.
I have a whole long list of DQs to hand out.
Yay!
Then. So, in other words, Hustle, you are now technically in dead last.
You guys can laugh. I won last year, so...
He did.
Until you win one, shut up. How about that?
Kyle's wife is going to win this year, and it's driving me crazy. But it is what it is.
The thing is, though, like, I believe in the next month or two, unless something drastic happens, I'm mathematically eliminated at this point.
Yeah, 28 points behind right now with 6, 7 pay-per-views to go.
Like
You're gonna
I
need some big gains.
put a couple picks here that are gonna stand out, but I need to start getting all the bonus questions right.
Well, actually, you just need to make 2 picks different than the leader every month and get them correct. You'll gain 4 points a month, technically.
And I still need the bonus questions. Then.
Bonus
Bonus questions is
questions
the
would
key.
help a lot.
Fuck. Man, once I start getting far behind, you're gonna see me make some dumb fucking.
I'm with you. I'm down there by you too. Don't worry about that.
Alright, guys. I think that's about it. We went an hour and 30-something minutes for this show.
Damn.
It was fun.
Oh,
We went off on a 20-minute Kelly Kelly rant during the tuxedo match, but it's okay.
Never
Can we-
saw that happening.
now
Can we talk about Kelly Kelly some more? I think that'd be great.
Let's not.
I concur. Let's talk about Kelly Kelly.
No.
Want to hear
He's
about?
birdie.
Alright, D. Oh, Jesus.
Would you go to sleep? Just go to sleep, nigga.
Alright. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's.
So Kelly.
Ice ribbon.
Oh, God.
K2.
Fuck Jesus.
Alright, everyone.
Don't forget to follow blah 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 blah
Right.
blah blah blah. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Just to say bye today.
See ya.